Explanation of the book Dare to Lead, Brené Brown. The book Dare to Lead is one of the most important books in the field of modern leadership, as it is based on extensive research on courage, vulnerability, confidence, and influential leadership. Brené Brown, a famous researcher in social psychology, provides in this book deep insights on how to develop leadership skills by building courage and confidence, and promoting a work culture based on honesty and emotional openness. Introduction to the book. Why does leadership require courage? Brené Brown begins the book by clarifying a fundamental point. Courageous leaders are those who face risks, speak honestly, and create an environment where everyone feels psychologically safe. The author believes that leadership is not just a position or authority, but a responsibility that requires real courage in communicating with the team, building trust, and taking responsibility for difficult decisions. Key concepts in the book. Courage in leadership begins with accepting vulnerability. Building trust is the foundation for the success of any team. Clarity in communication is one of the most important tools of a leader. True leaders are constantly learning and are not afraid of change. Now let's move on to analyzing each chapter of the book in great detail. Chapter 1. Courage begins with vulnerability. 1. The concept of courage in leadership. Brené Brown believes that courage does not mean acting without fear, but rather the ability to face fears and act despite them. A courageous leader is one who is not afraid to admit that I don't know everything. 1. Acknowledges my mistakes and learns from them. Allows my team to express their ideas freely without fear of punishment. 2. Why is vulnerability a strength in leadership? In traditional culture, vulnerability is seen as a weakness, but Brown asserts that it is quite the opposite. A strong leader is one who allows himself to be vulnerable in front of his team, because in doing so, he builds trust between himself and his team members, creates a safe environment where employees can share their ideas without fear of criticism, shows others that mistakes are part of growth and development. Practical example. If a leader doesn't know how to solve a particular problem, instead of pretending to know, he can say, I'm not sure what the best solution is here, but let's think together about the best way to handle it. This kind of openness builds trust within the team, as employees feel that their leader is honest in working with them, not against them. Chapter 2. Building trust. The cornerstone of successful leadership. 1. The Braving Model. How is trust built? Brown introduced a model called Braving, which is an acronym for 7 essential elements of building trust in leadership. 1. B. Boundaries. A good leader knows and respects his own boundaries and the boundaries of others. Does not impose expectations on others without clarity. 2. R. Reliability. Being someone who can be depended on. Keeping up with your promises and keeping your word. 3. A. Accountability. A successful leader does not blame others for his mistakes, but takes responsibility. Creates a culture where everyone is accountable for their actions. 4. View vault. Trust requires respecting the privacy of information and not divulging secrets. 5. E. Integrity. Acting according to your values, even when it is difficult. 6. Non-judgment. Allowing others to express their feelings without fear of being judged. 7. G. Generosity. Assuming goodwill in others instead of constantly doubting them. And 2. How does a leader apply these principles at work? If you promise an employee a promotion, make sure you follow through. If you make a mistake in a decision, admit it instead of blaming others. If a team member shares a personal problem with you, don't talk about it with others. All of these details help build a culture of true trust within the organization. Chapter 3. The importance of emotional intelligence in leadership. 1. Why should leaders understand their emotions? A leader who doesn't understand his or her emotions may make poor decisions based on knee-jerk reactions. Strong emotions, such as anger or frustration, can affect leadership style. 2. How to develop emotional intelligence in leadership. 1. Reflect on emotions. Ask yourself, why do I feel this way? 2. Manage stress. Don't make decisions when you're angry. And y'all, 3. Active listening. Focus on understanding others' feelings rather than just responding to them. Chapter 4. Clarity is kindness. The importance of effective communication. 1. Why do leaders need clarity? When a leader is vague, employees feel frustrated. Lack of clarity of goals causes chaos and misunderstanding within the team. 2. How to achieve clarity in leadership. 1. Define your expectations clearly from the start. 2. Use direct and unambiguous language. 3. Be prepared to answer your team's questions without complication. Practical example. Instead of saying, "We want to improve performance," a leader can say, "We need to increase production by 10% over the next month, and we will achieve this by improving the efficiency of our operations." Chapter 5. Continuous learning is the key to success. 1. True leaders never stop learning. A courageous leader is not afraid to admit that he or she does not know everything. Continuous learning helps leaders adapt to new challenges. 2. How can a leader be a lifelong learner? 1. Read books and articles on leadership and management. 2. Attend workshops and training courses. 3. Interact with others and learn from their experiences. Conclusion. The most important lessons from the book: leadership is not control, but the ability to influence positively. Courage begins with admitting weakness and emotional openness. Building trust is the key to any leader's success. Clear and transparent communication makes the work environment more efficient. A successful leader is one who never stops learning and developing. If you want to become a true leader, Dare to Lead gives you a clear roadmap to make it happen.